What's up, guys? Vince Roddy here, and welcome back to Vince Talk, where I yap for your entertainment. Anyways, this is going to be a somewhat short one. I don't know if there's much news to really talk about, or if I should count, some stuff being, like wordy news from me, especially political stuff. I don't usually do it, really do political stuff. Then again, I pretty much might put like the whole political debate like it on someone on the thumbnail, but or just give my 2 cents because who knows, there could be somebody out there that is curious. But other than that, couple of stuff to talk about. No animation news as usual. Well, actually, animation rant, but I made a review of that when I talked about Sailor Moon. Hopefully you enjoy that review. I hope that the Sailor Moon community doesn't see watch it, because I would be fact checked the same way like Trump on the debate. Anyways, so pretty much gaming stuff related first. Yeah, gaming Fridays. So every Friday I'm gonna do pretty much put gaming content only. And some people are wondering, like, okay, Vince, how come you don't do reads and Fridays anymore? Like, I thought you don't. Well, I found out the reason why. It's because I just don't like doing reads all the freaking time. I just want to make my own content and stuff that I enjoyed, stuff that I invest. And when it comes down to gaming content, that's what I want to make. Now, here's the thing as I'm learning all this, this true when it comes down to the gaming stuff is that when I record one of my vids, I edit them because there's times where there's a misstep of seeing the background and some stuff that I need to edit out, and it takes a lot of gigs. It takes a lot of gigs to edit some stuff out just for some of these clips because it's crazy. And yeah, I pretty much just like upload, especially these hour. And the thing is there's a reason why I don't really do walkthroughs much as I usually want to, is because some of these games are just so long. They are like 1 hour is not good enough to really cover the bases. I mean, that's what I did with Fields of Mystria, and there was some stuff after that day when going, like, having your character go to sleep because it's a farming simulator, and pretty much there is some scenes that is kind of important in the plot in a sense. But I'm not a walkthrough channel, and I don't really expect anybody wanting that unless they really want that, unless people ask or something, or donate. But yeah, for some of the gameplay stuff, it just takes a long time, an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, with some of these stuff that I want to actually cover in the game as I'm about to finish it. But the reason why I, do some of these gameplays is because just to show proof that I play the game in a time that I review it. Or if there's a slight chance that I might delete the game in the future, then I want to actually, have something in my channel to showcase that, hey, I bought this game, so watch me play it, and here you go. It's kind of like those kind of things, instead of like, pay and throw it away type of deal, which is sadly the reality what I have to do with some of these or most of these games. When it comes down to talking about them, reviewing them, or just basically remembering them, or basically just showing like, hey, I played this game, so here it is, which I have no idea of what conversation would lead me to really talk about, like, a game that you mentioned. And I always keep thinking that there's going to be that one moment where some people that I meet outside real life that I have no idea who they are, but I just start meeting them because I'm a chill person to talk to. And the moment that they are like, oh, you never played this game before. Oh, really? Well, what's this over? It's a video of me streaming the game. That kind of thing. So in case it's kind of like, just like you have a gun in hand or something, like, self-defense weapon or whatever they call it, like, just on the go or on the trigger, like, boom, see this? I play that game. Anyways, yeah, so that's basically, there's more reasons because I work in the gaming industry that I kind of, have to have some of these games into actually for my portfolio. Like, yeah, I played this, I played that. Come on now. And I just, that's pretty much what I usually do in my free time. What you love to do sometimes, when you benefit from it, and have experience of it, you can actually make a job out of it. Anyways, at least that's what I'm trying to do because man, my YouTube channel is still not monetized. Anyways, let's get this past. Pretty much I want to talk about some stuff that is kind of like relevant out there. But one thing is still relevant is like people still talking about the whole pandemic thing. And one thing I found out that's interesting that I saw from the Franco's video was like the pandemic helps people mature, which is something I kind of realized for most of my audience being very young. And listen, when I was 17 or 18, or most of my audience ages, like, being like basically either, very early 20s or like just still teenager, basically, and I still count as 19 as teen. There is a good amount of people, I guarantee, in my audience that think they're adults, but they're freaking not. Okay, you're not. But you like to think so because apparently your brain matures according to some stuff I read that from the pandemic that your brain matures because when you're online, terminally online or forcibly online, like, especially during that, day and time where we all have to be isolated and stuck at home, that we develop our brains to be much more older than we usually are. Now, I don't know if that's true or anything, but I do remember like having moment like pretty much I think that's why this channel really grew in the fame that I got from doing webtoon related stuff, that it's pretty much based on like during that time when everybody's stuck at home and I made my channel, and then of course my channel got terminated, of course. But yeah, that's it. That's how I basically came to rows of just like what the content I make, especially LGBT plus content. Anyways, but all that is like in the past, but it's still relevant to this day. I don't know. It's just something interesting that I wanted to share. Now, time for me to share that's something that you guys don't want me to share. And listen, I know that there's going to be comments about the whole politics thing or anything like that. I'm just going to be honest. I'm not in favor in both candidates. I just want to let you know. But of course, I have to because I'm an American citizen. So I kind of have to give my 2 cents of just like, this whole thing that is happening, especially how I kind of sort of ramble about politics in terms of things that, a person with common sense would actually have. And one of those is just basically, like having your own opinion, but not really like going full deep into it, like, what all rights and also like, extremists would do. The main thing of like, what I took from this presidential debate, the freaking don't eat the cats and dogs debate, at Trump, and that they're just memeing him so hard. Apparently he won the audience. The thing is that that's the thing about the internet. And I say this with the whole Ray gun breakdance thing, situation that I really, that I'm passionately, rant about, and pretty much it's deep in my heart. That's different because, breakdance is something that I do every freaking day. Breaking is everything that I've been doing for ever since elementary. But when it comes down to presidential debates or something, you got people talking about that. You have a good amount of people and a good amount of heads that are just like very passionate about that, especially when it comes down to their own country. I wish that I would, but the thing is that I'm so numb that I don't really care what the heck happens at all. With whatever wildfire tsunami is gonna happen here is gonna happen. I just what you want from me. Like me yelling to the void is not gonna really solve anything, to be honest. But with the debate, that all that being said, I feel like they didn't fact check freaking Kamala more than they fact check Trump, and it kind of showcased like, damn, ABC really doesn't like Trump for some reason. But the thing is that policies and everything, like policies and all that is everything, and I feel like that Kamala sort of have the best of the end when it comes to it. I mean, she did sort of won the whole debate and stuff like that because she puts in traps for Trump, and then Trump freaking took debates and freaking like just defeating Trump of whatever they true, like, and Trump wasn't having it, especially with the handshake. In the beginning, middle, and Trump just doesn't like Kamala at all. And also there is some aspects to the conversation where I would go into, but I don't feel like getting in trouble of just like, with my own opinions or stuff like that. It seems like that both are sort of like have the same ideas that I have for making a better country in a sense, and being more diverse, and having a sense of democracy, and of our legislation, of especially of the laws of what this country holds or something. Even though I look at the right and I'm like, yeah, that's obviously the correct choice to make, especially money wise, and also just the safety of our country and stuff like that, with the amount of migrants coming in. Or I look at the other side and be like, well, there's a sense of comfort, and and sometimes comfort is not good, but also I don't know. There's just something about, like, having a younger president, and also having someone that understands mostly, even though, like, a lot of times there could be better candidates, and this could inspire most in the future. I mean, safe to say, when I pretty much would choose the right for the most, reasons that I stand for, especially, of God. But other than that, yeah, I don't know what's going on with this debate or anything. I would like to hear from other people, that's for sure. Other young folks. You have the internet, you have a brain. You're probably in, like I said, the pandemic probably matured you kids more often. I'm talking to my audience basically, that you should, have like an opinion of all of this and see what is the better choice. Other people might have said it better of knowing like why Kamala won. It just felt like Kamala was more like, well professional within this whole debate, at least from what I've seen, and less embarrassed, while Trump, it just fell in his face. But at the same time, the people love him. Anyways, that's it. That's all my opinions of the debate or anything like that. Let's get into some fun stuff. Anyways, Nicotado, avocado, out of nowhere, just freaking lost 250 pounds. What the heck is happening? How come I didn't lose 250 pounds? How come I'm still chubby wubby dubby? Even though I'm not mostly, but I mean, shoot, I can't really show my face to prove that. But yeah, it's apparently Nick Cotto is like back to his usual vegan self. I'm not sure if he's back being vegan. I'm not sure what are the changes that are going to happen within Nikocado, but he tricked everyone. Basically, everybody took the bait of his little social experiment, as he likes to call it. And I'm like, that was a social experiment? I guess it is. I guess, we took the bait. I guess he won that one. But other than that, pretty much, yeah, I got, other people are well, versed to talk about this for sure. I would say I would talk about it, but I'm just not a fan of Nikocado. I didn't took the bait. I didn't care about him at all. I mean, I just don't like, when I watch videos of people eating food, I want the videos to not be disgusting. You know what I'm saying? And there's some parts when it comes down to, especially Nicocado's content, when he's eating food during that time, where I'm just like, oh, I'm not watching that. I'm not watching that at all. So, that's pretty much my stance of that whole thing. But man, he shook the world. Almost like we went back in time. Anyways, Bon Jovi. Does anybody heard of Bon Jovi? Apparently he saved somebody from suicide, which is, man, that is God's gift. Well, he's making a music video, of course. I think I saw not the whole thing, but I saw people talking about it, and which was Ruth on KD, praise God, and pretty much he shared this, and it was like, and I don't know where Bon Jovi stands within this. Not sure why he showed up in the Christian channel, but it's just people being genuine, and actually, it kind of gives me some faith in humanity. Who knew that celebrity would actually, you don't see a lot of celebrities doing a lot of good things. They should be doing a lot of good things, but since I kind of knew that already with the whole Mr. Beast situation, like, yeah, not all celebrities, I mean, wow, they can be dark, but some of them can help a person, not, take them out, just save a person's life, which is, God's work. Anyways, let's talk about this one. I honestly do not care about it, but the iPhone 16 came up, and it's like, why? And listen, I'm about to talk about another expensive product in this freaking video. But first, with the iPhone 16 Pro, there's not much changes. Like, what are you trying to say, Apple? You just how about just take a freaking year break? Why don't you? Instead of producing something for your fiscal year. And I guarantee they probably do it for It's just in their agenda, or maybe it's because I don't care about Apple in a sense, despite me having an iPhone. Despite me recording literally every single one of my videos with an iPhone, and yeah, because that's the only phone I freaking have, and I don't know what's really new with the iPhone 16 Pro or 16 or yeah. I mean, shoot, they could call it the iPhone potato pie. I don't freaking care about the potato pie, except if it is an actual potato pie, I would eat it. I mean, sweet potato pie. Why did I say potato pie? Anyways, yeah, 16 is a pros. I don't know. Watch freaking Brownlee's video, iJustine's video, any tech YouTuber's video about this whole thing, because I mean, what? I don't know. I really don't. I heard it has two cameras instead of three. Why? I mean, shoot, anybody's answer is better than mine. But yeah, I just want to put that just for thumbnail's sake. I got to put some topics here in the thumbnail. Otherwise, people will be disappointed. You didn't talk about this. This was in the thumbnail. Well, I did. Oh, duh. Did you see it? Did you watch the whole thing? Did you listen to the whole thing? You can literally listen to my whole entire video and do something and decide. You don't listen. These videos, particularly VinzTalk, and I should say this in every beginning, that it was designed for you to freaking do something while you're listening to me yappy yappy yap, okay? While you listen to me bark, do something, play a game, freaking do your homework, mow the lawn, or I don't know, man. I don't know, drive somewhere and, you're listening to Vince. It's a radio show, peoples. Anyways, gaming. Let's get into gaming, because it's a gaming Friday as I'm recording this. So pretty much Lollipop Chainsaw is, IGN is getting a lot of backlash for not reviewing Lollipop Chainsaw. And not to pull a tipster here, but people are saying like, oh, it's because the characters are unattractive. Maybe that's like, or I'm sorry, I don't mean that. It's because the character Juliet, okay, which is the character in Lollipop Chainsaw, is attractive, and IGN doesn't like it, especially during the time where most characters that are ugly or unattractive are usually praised, and I don't really find that true. I do understand that in a sense that might be true. Like maybe we're just like in a different time when it comes to female characters in a sense. Do I like, attractive female characters and attractive male characters? Of course, we want those. You want to make a show that's watchable. Not everybody, unless it's Shrek, like levels of personality. Yes, I call it that, oh, man, shoot. If I review Shrek at any point in this like channel, oh man, I will go on and on about how amazing Shrek is. I guarantee you. Okay, that's literally my childhood. But for a lot of things that when it comes down to Lollipop Chainsaw or games during that time, when it comes down to basically attractive characters, yeah, there is a part of me where I'm like, I don't like it when people tend to look at attractive characters and feel bad about their bodies, feel bad about I just never understand that. And I know I might get in trouble saying that, of course, when it comes down to listen, when I look at freaking Metal Gear, okay, and I don't really would think that Snake is attractive, okay, but Snake is a fitting person, like another example, Eddie Gordo, okay. I'm sorry, I don't. That's the best extent of my Portuguese. It is so bad, it is non-existent. Okay, shoot, I would try to say the capital of Brazil, and I would freaking have a stroke. Rio de yeah, Portuguese doesn't fit in my mouth. Anyways, but Eddie Gordo, okay, is a fitting, handsome-looking character. This guy is fit. His abs, he's got these cool tricks that I wish I could do, and he inspired me to actually, do the tricks that I want to, because I do breakdance and stuff like that. And, and I kind of look at that, but I never felt bad about myself when I'm looking at Edgardo, despite him being more attractive than me, despite Miles Morales being more attractive than me. Okay. I'm not looking at Miles Morales when I'm watching Spider-Man and being like, damn, this guy, oh man, look how good he is. Look how good he is. And I'm not looking at him and being like, man, I wish I was that good looking. I feel bad about my body. I don't care. And maybe because I'm a guy, or mostly, but at the same time, I'm mostly bone in the inside, okay? I can guarantee you there is one guy and one girl inside me that creates my personality in a sense. That's why you see see the content that I make. But when it comes down to like characters that you inspire or look into, why is it that we are so focused on looking at their bodies and feeling like that? Where did that came from? Maybe I wouldn't understand it, and I probably wish I had somebody here to help me educate on that about whole thing about body dysmorphia and all this. But the thing is that you erasing other characters that are attractive all because they're attractive, all because for whatever freaking reason that watching the old school Victoria's Secret hurts your feelings, like that doesn't make any sense. Like you shouldn't base yourself on freaking fictional or just fantasize body proportions online. You should be you. There are enough characters out in online or in movies, video games, and etc. that have the same body as you. There are some that are fat, some that are chubby, some that are a little bit chubby like me, some of them are like but I never understand like why is it that you have to erase. And the thing is that I don't think Lollipop Chainsaw ever met, it's just an attractive character. I say this the same thing with Stellar Blade. If this all sounds familiar, I literally argue the same points within Stellar Blade or rant about it, is that she's attractive. But why is it that she is all of a sudden getting the hate because she's attractive? All because there's and I never understand it, but I always want to really know like why. Like if a character is attractive and everything, that shouldn't be a big deal. But some people would like take it, especially fighting for Stella Blade for some reason, that they avenge for her, body image and her attractiveness as if it's like a holding, holy grace or something. But it isn't. It's just literally a fictional character. These are fictional characters, and people are basically looking at fictional characters that are just like over obsessed and that are like almost like, oh, they're gonna destroy womanhood or something, they're gonna destroy manhood or whatever it is because this character is handsome. But also on the other side, I was like, oh, this is gonna like we need to fight for these fictional characters because they're attractive and the woke is gonna destroy it or something. It's like both sides are just dumb. The same thing I say about the freaking debate about both candidates. But when it for many things, like especially just like the same thing within like Chaperone, for example, like she is playing as a fictional character on stage. She is still a person. She's still, and she's been getting like backlash here and there because like people wouldn't understand the difference between her or her character. Like there's a real version of her where she still probably goes to groceries, still probably goes to the DMV or something, or just adult stuff. Basically, maybe she has people that can do that for her, but they're still people. I'm still a person. Many times on entertainment, especially on the internet, it's easy to look at someone and be like, that's what you think of them because of what they make and what they create. But at the same time, they're still people, okay? There's still whoever voice acted Juliet in Lollipop Chainsaw is still a person, okay? Like, it's not their fault that pretty much, like, she is hot and, and pretty much her being hot or whatever, has nothing to do with any, division or, there is guaranteed both sides that look at her attractive. The same way as any person with a brain that looks at an attractive thing or looks at a cool thing that is like, yeah, there's times where I get triggered looking at certain, especially when I'm about to talk about the whole PS5 Pro thing, because I'm like, well, this is for the freaking rich. This is for people that are not for me, okay? And that's what PlayStation is, especially with the dumb kind of like what is it? Like you need a disk drive and it costs, that adds more cost when you add it with the PS5 Pro. Is like it doesn't come together. It's like that's insulting. Like certain expensive things and stuff, but I never canceled them for any of that. I don't know. Back with the Lollipop Chainsaw. I never grew up with the game. I only seen clips of it. And that's it. I never actually really was attached to it. But I never really understand it for the most part because, well, it's just not a game for me. I mean, sure, the character is attractive and that's all, and the gameplay is about killing zombies and has interesting characters, but that's all I got. And pretty much I never really played or understand the game mostly. It's not for me. But at the same time, we need to stop with the controversies of just like when there's attractive characters every game, whenever there's like, people that are against it or people for it, people fighting for it, and people that want it banned. Like, it's just a character. It's just a fictional character. Why? What is happening in this world? Anyways, moving on, let's go into some stuff involving Retro Game Corps, which is a channel that I don't follow, but I do like his content. I'm necessarily like into like mostly, especially when looking for my handheld, which I have it right here. I officially got my handheld. It is an Ambernic H, as I call it. There's numbers and other letters surrounding it, but I personally call it the Ambernic H. Most people would call it the Ambernic H. If you know what that is, if you type it on YouTube, ANBERNIC H, then there you go. Like, that's pretty much one that I have, and it is amazing. I can't wait to review this. I did an unboxing video of it. It is amazing, and pretty much Retro Corps did like a deep dive of video about it, and especially other YouTube channels. And I try to look for the best handheld before I leave to Europe, and yeah, this is kind of like the best one right here that I personally find it, the greatest. Even though there's others, I really do want that Retroid Pocket one day. I really do want that Retroid Pocket. Oh my goodness, I can't wait to get my hands on that thing. But so far, I really like this one. This is not bad. For a console, with that price range or anything, which is like, it's still like, pretty much close to $100. So, if you're willing to pay and stuff like that, but for $100, I got my money's worth of just like how amazing this console is. And it's all thanks to Retro Game Corps. But of course, I have to talk about him because right now he is canceled. He is canceled. I'm kidding. That's a joke. Apparently, he is going through some stuff with Nintendo. And what is up with Nintendo? I think there's a good reason why my Ambernic doesn't have, like, it comes with a bunch of games, right? No Nintendo games. No Nintendo games on that thing. And I saw a review of the Ambernic H. There was some SNES games. There was some NES games. There was some other emulation involved Nintendo. But there's a good reason why there isn't. And I'm just left with a bunch of Atari, Neo Geo, Sega. Like, they're cool and stuff, but it's like, I kind of want to, play Mario out of the box. I want to play like Mario Tree and, on the Game Boy, but I guess that's not gonna happen because, Nintendo is getting really serious out here and trying to take down anything involving emulation wise, preservation wise. And yeah, sadly, they trying to take down Mig Switch, especially their TOS of how they're being strict when it comes down to other content creators. They're taking them down, and one of them, the first victim, is basically Retro Game Corps, aka, like, what's his name again? Shoot, I forget his name. I'm sorry. I basically just gotta call him Retro Game Corps, even though I might get that wrong. But yeah, Retro, it like has to do with, with Nintendo basically striking his channel. And I just can never imagine, because the thing is that when you have a strike, like, yeah, it's stuck there until like the day that it's gone. And especially with Nintendo, they, no matter what you dispute or anything, they literally said it right here. And I think I heard this from Sujano, that whatever Nintendo in terms of content they take down, they have the rights to take it down and not give you an explanation of why they took it down. They are not allowed to actually, pretty much, like, I wish they would look at it from a human standpoint to know that humans are looking at it. But apparently they can't, because they have apparently a bunch of bots. YouTube use bots. I mean, freaking the amount of bots that YouTube, send out to terminate my channel. Like, it's still a problem. I guarantee you that I really hope it stops at some point. But I have to call in Webtoon. The thing is that if I try to call in YouTube to have my channel back, that's never going to happen. That's never going to happen because YouTube is too busy. They have bots. And now dealing with that, you basically have two huge walls that you have to go through to actually remove the strike. Nintendo, which they're probably gonna say no, and YouTube, which are they're probably busy and probably don't freaking care. They don't care because what else they could be freaking doing, right? So yeah, this is heartbreaking. I hopefully he gets this, disputed. Hopefully he gets this, strike removed. But it seems like kind of like a 5% chance at this point, because you're going up against YouTube and you're going up against Nintendo, two big megacorps that, of course, that just won't listen. And that's my problem with megacorps. They don't listen, despite that all of us, listen. I can actually I guarantee if I DM like, a bigger celebrity that's bigger than some mega corporations, like either like, I don't know, like Kendrick or Chaperone, like, they would respond, but not like, Nintendo or whatever, especially no matter what it is. It could be like a freaking like email like, hey, is there a chance that I heard you have an ambassadorship? Is there a chance that I could be part of that? Yeah, good luck. Pretty much, at least for me, because I don't really, the only megacorp that I talk to is Webtoon, which I don't even think I call them like they count as that. They sort of are in that mid tier of corporations, but I don't really care, or I don't freaking know about the inside of that business, because what that has nothing to do with me. But it does have to do with my channel. If my channel is getting terminated and Webtoon like refuses to respond, which is a fear that I have, a fear that I know that there's gonna be a time, especially with the amount of webtoons I have and stuff like that. Webtoon gives me a lot of chances, but there could be a day where they could be like, "Yep, sorry, Vince. Apparently, we are done." And I wouldn't know. I could ask like why, but at the same time, it's their choice. The same thing. It's Nintendo's choice if they want to answer that or not. But I don't know. A lot of times I like to believe that there is genuine humans in this earth, but we just don't know when, especially when it comes to these megacorps, because apparently that when the demon of greed is haunting these, then I guess they're possessed. But who knows? Who knows? Things could change, and I'm really hoping for the better. Especially hoping for the better for Retroid Game Course, because I like his videos. Soft spoken dude from Hawaii that reviews like game emulation and consoles and gaming related stuff. And I subscribe to the Nerdfest because of him, his podcast, and it's all amazing. But man, like I don't like to see any channel go down. No channel should be taken down because some corporations disagree or don't like their videos. Criticism should be an okay thing and a thing that is allowed on YouTube. Anyways, Dr. Disrespect is back. Why is he back? Why is he here? I don't know. He made a long video, and that other people reacted to, because I'm not watching Dr. Disrespect myself. I'm not going to watch that whole stream myself and stuff. But yeah, apparently he's back and he's okay, and he never groomed? Like, I'm like, the dude literally got caught. He even said it on a tweet. Talking to a minor. Literally said it there. Plain sentence. Okay? What type of discussion? I don't know. And the thing is that when you talk to a minor that emails you, you're not supposed to go overboard with it. You're not supposed to hold on to it. You're supposed to like small talk, and that's it. And pretty much if they're of age, then that's when you are okay to chat with them and stuff like that. But I don't know. Like a lot of times, like that's a dangerous road to go in, and especially that how Dr. Disrespect just never shows the whispers. What are the whispers? I really just wish that he just shows some, but that's not gonna happen. Anyways, yeah, crazy stuff happening in this world. But other than that, thank you guys for watching. Subscribe, like, comment, all that jazz. I guess that's it. There could be more news, I guarantee you, but who knows? Oh, bonus. So pretty much, I was supposed to talk about the Sailor Moon. Go check that review or something. But I guess it's ending, and I was really getting into it. I don't know. That's my piece of animation stuff. I heard there's gonna be new stuff surrounding Arcane, the live action One Piece, and also like just other contents as well. But yeah, other than that, I guess I'll just stop there. Gaming Fridays and also Webtoons Saturdays and Sundays. Make sure that you're subscribed to actually get all of them. And I'll see you when I see you. One love and a peace, and God bless.